Hey everyone, this is Eli from checkit.com here with an After Effects tutorial. And today we're going over how to create a 3D room, and it's just the basics. I will get into a more in-depth tutorial on how to do everything when I get back from Washington. I'm actually on vacation as we speak, so I'm sorry if this tutorial is kind of rushed. It's 8:30 at night and I haven't even started packing yet, and I leave at 5 in the morning. So yeah. Be thankful. Give this video a like, thumbs up, favorite it, share it if you support what we're doing here, okay? Anyway, this tutorial was recommended by this guy, Born to Craft, and I think that's his name. I can't really remember. It should pop up right where I'm moving around the mouse with editing magic. Yeah, I'll put it in post. But yeah, thanks for recommending that. If you guys have any more suggestions, just leave them in the comments below, or leave us a comment saying, "You guys rock," or "We love you, Eli," or "We love you, Brandon," or "We love you, Breli." Oh, that's that porn star name we came up with. That was funny. Anyway, let's get right into this. So what you're going to need for this tutorial today is a grunge texture called Grunge Gray 11. And it comes with the Riot Gear pack from Video Copilot. We got this so long ago. We bought it for I think it was like $100 or so. It comes with a ton of stuff, not just grunge texture, so I highly recommend you go buy it. But if you just type in Grunge Gray 11 in Google, I'm pretty sure it'll pop up and you can find it. So yeah, let's click and drag it into this blank canvas area over here in After Effects. And most people make the mistake of clicking and dragging into this blank canvas area to create the composition, but if you look up here, you'll see that the settings for this are not HD. So don't do that. If you did that, Control Z that. And let's go down to this Make New Composition and make a real HD preset right here. You see that? You can just go down to HD TV, and that makes it 1080p. So yeah, 30 frames per second, and then hit OK. Alright, so now you can click and drag it on there, or what I like to do is just drag it down to this layer area, and now you have the layer and it's done. Good job, guys. I'm just kidding. Alright, first let's rename this. Alright, so click on the layer, hit enter, and hit, we'll make this one the right one first. So boom, right. So let's make it a 3D layer, and then let's hit W on your keyboard. That brings up the rotation tool for 3D objects, and let's go to the Y and move it that way, just like that. Now hit V to bring back your move tool up there, and let's just move it over. And let's hit W again and move it over a bit more just because we can. Boom, okay. So that's looking good. Now let's go back to the move tool, and with the layer selected, hit Control D or Command D on a Mac, and now have the layer selected. Let's rename it. Wait, oh wow, I just did that backwards. Wow, I'm stupid. Okay, let's hit. Well, I got my right and left mixed up. Doesn't matter. Have your right layer selected, then whichever one you just made, and let's click and drag it to the other side. You see that? And hold shift just so it stays on the same axis, and boom, let's just put it right about there. That looks fine. Next, let's turn off the transparency grid in the background, and let's select the right and hit Control D to duplicate again, and let's name this one bottom. Alright, and then let's go to the rotation tool again by hitting W. And this time, let's do the X axis right there. Alright, and let's hold shift, and boom. Make it flat like that. Now switch back to your move tool by hitting V, and let's put it down. And let's go to the Y and move it over. You don't have to do it like that. You can really just click and drag it. Now let's match these up. I'm going to use my scroll wheel to zoom in, and then by holding space, I can move around by clicking and dragging. See that? That's awesome. So zoom, move around with the space bar and clicking, and let's match these up really well. So let's zoom in some more. Let's just match it up. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, that looks good. Now let's select this side, zoom in some more. And sorry guys if I'm rushing. I really Haven't even started packing yet. I'm sorry. But yeah, we're making good time, and you guys are worth it. All right. All right. So now let's put the bottom on the bottom because it makes sense. Now let's duplicate it by hitting Control D. Let's rename it top. Let's drag it to the top just because we can. And now let's click and drag it to the top. Now let's zoom in and match it up. Should be pretty close. Wow, it's not even close. Alright, so then let's just let's make it close enough. You see that? Let's put it like right about there. That looks fine. It doesn't need to be perfect, you guys. See, that looks perfectly fine, and because this is why I say you have to use this grunge texture, because it doesn't need to be matched up perfectly because of those black lines. See that? That's perfect. Alright, so now we have all 4 sides done. So let's go over to the effects and presets and let's search. It'll actually look like this with nothing, nothing selected. I was trying this tutorial earlier to refresh my memory because I completely forgot how to do this, but it reawakened my inner 3D room. So thank you very much, Born to Craft. Alright, so let's search motion, and then we're gonna look for motion tile. You see that? Let's click and drag it onto top, and let's change the width first. But first you gotta select mirror edges, and then I think it's actually, is it height? No, it's not. It's neither of those. It's this one. Yes, there we go. So we're gonna put this out. Let's just make it 500. Yeah, that's fine. Now, with the motion tile selected, hit Control C or Command C on a Mac, and that will copy that effect we just made. So now select the right layer and hold Shift and select the bottom layer, and it will select all the other layers. Now hit Control V to paste that effect, and boom, you just extended your room. And real fast, let's make a new layer, and let's go to a new camera, and one node camera's fine, 35 millimeters, that preset. We'll just always use that. Hit OK, and now go up to this. You can either click and hold, you can do really anything, and you can see that you've already pretty much made your room. It just needs that back part and maybe a light, and it looks great. It's already a 3D room, which is awesome, and it's high quality. I mean, look at that. You can see how high quality it is. And yeah, so now the last, let's finish up the back wall real quick. Let's go back to our grunge texture and just drag a new one in. Let's make it 3D, so it pops up right there. Let's go to our move tool, and in Z space, let's just push it back all the way to the back. And once again, we gotta make sure it matches up. It doesn't need to be perfect though, remember guys. It does not need to be perfect. In the words of Miley Cyrus, nobody's perfect. I've got to work it. And that's all I know of that song. Very, very deep words by Miley Cyrus. Alright, so let's rename this last layer. Let's call it the back layer. Very crafty, Eli, I know. Alright, so we're in good shape. If you see that, we're in very good shape. If you select the camera, go back up to this camera tool, you can see how great this is looking, and actually how cool. If you click and hold, you can go to this bottom camera and you can go in Z space. Look at that. Look how cool that looks. It's like a pan already, and we haven't even made it look good yet. So let's make it look good, what I was just talking about. First, let me fit this real quick. Boom. Alright, so what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go to Layer, New, Light. And we're going to create a new light. Make sure it's a point light. Make sure that the intensity will be at 100. You might want to put that up. It's all depending on what you guys want. You can fix it in a second. Go to color. Make it any color you want. I'm going to go for a gold. Go for gold. I'm going to hit OK, and boom. See that? And if you want to edit those settings and if you want to make it look cool, you can go here. I just double clicked on the light, and you can change the intensity and such. I'm going to keep it, at like 186, and you can even change the color and stuff, but I'll keep it the way I did it. And what the first thing you're going to notice is, wow, Eli, that looks really cool, but that back layer looks just stupid. Just doesn't fit. Alright, you're an idiot, Eli. Why'd you make me do this? And, okay, you little hostile person. Listen to me. Go over to this effects and presets and search expa. That's short for exposure. Okay, hater? Click and drag it onto back and then lower the exposure. And sure enough, eventually you will get it to match up exactly the way you want it. And that looks like it's part of it now. That looks great to me. So I'm going to leave it like that. You can keep messing with the other stuff if you want, but I'm going to keep it like that. That looks great. Now it looks like a room. Now it looks amazing. There you go. There's the room, but I'm going to take this a step further. See how cool that looks? That's so cool. I'm going to take this a step further, and I'm going to create a little word. I'm just going to do a little basic thing. Go up to this text layer. Let's go to this middle part, and let's just type check it. Ooh, how original. Boom. Alright, so let's make it a 3D layer real quick by hitting that little button over there. And then let's hit S to scale it up. That looks about good. And let's go to our move tool. Let's actually move it down a bit because that looks kind of strange. Alright, that's looking good. And it's looking kind of bland, so I'm going to go to Effect. What is going on here? Effect. Effect Stylize. There we go. Stylize Glow. And I'm just going to put a nice little glow on it. Let's do that. Let's put down the intensity. Yeah. Ooh, that's looking good. I like that. Yeah. Let's give it just a tiny glow. Yeah, that's looking really cool. I like that. So now that we have that text, now everything's looking good. Let's put the camera up top just because I'm a neat freak. Alright, so now it's time to animate our camera. So how we're going to do that is we're going to go to this drop down menu for the camera. Then we're going to go to the transform options. Then we're going to go to the front of the timeline. And we're going to click on the work area end. And we're going to bring it up to about, I'll just make it, a little under 5 seconds. Then we're going to right click on it. We're going to go trim comp to work area, and that just shortens everything. It's just a nice little way to edit the whole thing down to what you want. So okay, now we're going to go to the front, and we're going to go to the transform options. We're going to hit the stopwatch for both position and orientation. And now this is where it's all up to you. I'm going to kind of recreate what I did in the intro. So let's move the camera all the way to the right, next to the wall. Let's drop it down to the floor to this nice little dark corner, which is nifty. And let's move it back a bit, I guess. Now the orientation, let's tilt the camera because that's cool. That's gangster. And let's make it look down a bit more. Whoa, that's pretty trippy right there. All right, now we're gonna click and drag this little time thingy. We're gonna put it all the way to the back. I'm sorry, guys. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? When I'm saying stuff like time thingy and stuff. I mean, it's pretty easy to realize what this stuff is. I just can't think when I'm under pressure, okay? That's Song by Queen. Alright, so I'm just going to hit 0. I'm just going to put all these back to normal just so I can edit it real quick. Alright, so then let's put this end position, more towards the right. Wow, that's off. I did not even realize that whole thing's off. I'm going to have to fix that before the end of this. But, yeah. Don't do what I did, guys. Okay? Stay in school. Don't do drugs. No, I'm talking about, like, don't put that too low. Be more careful. I'm sorry I'm rushing. You guys already know why I'm rushing. So, yeah, don't hate me. Alright? So let's make it look to the right. Let's go a little closer. Like right there. Let's look a little bit more, not so tilted. I mean, this is all on you guys, really. It's all up to you what you guys want. So yeah, now you see it goes from this dark corner over here all the way up to there, and it looks pretty good. Now let's select all these keyframes. I just did that by clicking and dragging and just selecting them all. Now why didn't it do it? Alright guys, welcome back. I know it seemed like nothing to you guys, but it's almost 10 o'clock here. I was editing the video before I started packing, and I'm really tired, and basically I realized that when I was trying to put these into Eazy-E's keyframes, it stopped recording in Camtasia, so I have to redo the whole last part, which isn't a big deal. I'll just tell you guys what you missed. Basically, you just select these, and you right click and you go to Eazy-E's keyframes. See that? And or you can just hit F9. Camtasia won't let me do that while I'm recording, so yeah, that's why it didn't let me do it. I had to redo everything, you guys. Look at this. I had to re-edit everything. These are actually different spots. I am so popular. Look at this. It was while I was editing that it happened. Isn't that just terrible? Complete fail on my part. Yeah, but please guys, if that's not a reason to like this, I had to redo this whole effect, so please like it, and please leave a comment saying you feel bad for me and how tired I am. I have to get up at 5. Brandon has to drive me, so yeah, say thanks Brandon too. Anyways, that's basically it guys. Now all that's left is for you to check out what you did. Hit 0 and it will pre-render everything just so you can get a nice taste, a real-time taste for what you did, and then I will show you how to render it out real quick once it's done. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I'm pretty sure that I will be able to talk to you a little bit while I'm in not Iowa. I'm so tired right now. I'm going to Washington. Wish me luck while I'm flying. I don't want to die or anything. And oh yeah, something else that I didn't get to tell you guys is you remember in the original, or when I was recording, there was some spots right here. Basically, to get rid of that, you just hit this toggle background button again, and it will make everything black behind it. So it's not even a big deal. It wasn't a fail or anything. That'll just fill in those crevices. That's why this texture is such a great one to use, because it'll fill in those black areas and make it look like nothing even happened. It's great. So yeah, it's just this button right here, the checkerboard, this toggle transparency grid. So yeah, just yeah, I think is it on or off that it's supposed to be? I don't even know. I'm so tired. Please don't make me look into that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will show this video 3 times after I say goodbye. So thanks for watching. Check out what you guys did. Peace.